Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Clash of Fate Championship. This is Group Stage 1, Match 1. So we are Chaos in this. And yeah, this is my first time on a very low server. I'm from server 1205, so pretty high up there. I jumped down. Server I'm on now is like server 40. The people we're going against are insane. So I quickly realized that I'm a very small fish that's used to being in a very small pond, and now I'm a very small fish in like the ocean. It is absolutely terrifying. So if you're looking for amazing personal footage of me, this is not the video for you. It was a wonderful, humbling experience. But I'll walk you through some of the fights. In between the fights that I have, I try and watch replays of other people in the house to see more of what's going on. Shocking right here because I am Lich. So this was my first mistake out of many. But I switched races to something that I haven't played in a while before Clash. I thought I had a really good plan. In practice, I'm not comfortable playing another race. So in this, I win command and I also win stamina. And pray for me, guys. Pray for me. So they're playing self. They have the 3 huntresses in the front line and five trees. So I start off. I try and make it back to their jacks with my fire off. So this was my plan was hopefully take out their jacks and or Mako, have my scorpions tank for as long as possible, and then just slowly crush from behind. The way that it turned out was I struggled to kill anything and I just got crushed. So today I am bringing you guys the full footage unedited because I think that there is something about transparency that does matter. And with transparency, I don't want to show you guys just when I do good. I think it's important for me to show you guys when I do horrible. Not because it makes me look good, but just because transparency it matters to me. I know if I was watching somebody and all they did was show me the highlight reels and things like that, then that's awesome. But yeah, I figured I'd show you guys me not doing so good. Again, I'm a very small fish from a small pond that is now a small fish in the ocean. I think that's the best analogy I got. So anyways, this guy just crushed me on the bottom side. My bottom side could not hold on at all. My jacks fire off. It just didn't do anything really. I couldn't make it to their jacks. The people that we fought, they're from server 4. So again, if they have OGs from server 4, I am from 1205. They have 6, 7, maybe even 8 months of playing the game on me. So their honor is probably a lot higher than mine. And you know what? That's okay. I don't need excuses. I just got absolutely destroyed, and that's fine. After all, this is a team game. And I think after looking at everything, this matchup of us versus server 4 is our toughest matchup in the group stage. After this, I think we have 1163 and I forget what the other one is. We're in group O, so you'll have to scroll down a little bit to find us. I'm in an awesome house. They took me in, and yeah, I'm very happy and very lucky to be here. So I quickly look over their stats. They weren't super amazing stats, but that's okay. Their whole team, or not their whole team, probably about 50 to 60% of their team switched their names to all identical names and use the same icons. Somewhat annoying. So this is one of our housemates playing Rockin'. So people wondering, is Rockin' nerfed? I mean, they did get a nerf, but we can see from this fight that the our Rockin' housemate does pretty well going up against Illill. The barcode name, which is just a bunch of lowercase L's and capital I's. So he did really good with this fight. He crushed it. Yeah, I'm very lucky to be on the team that I'm on because if we do win, it's going to be from them carrying me. All right, so we get about 8 seconds left. Time to figure out where to go. My game plan was middle, but after looking at everything, we're out 4 people in middle. So I ended up going down to bottom to try and reinforce that. Faber also ended up getting there at about the same time, so we went from 6 to 8. In the middle, we had 6 to 10, our advantage. So I thought that this would be a safe move for us now. I'm looking at all of these people. So I have my blessed humanoid dragon, so I'm trying to find humans to fight. Um, that's why you guys see me bouncing around between all of the different people, trying to figure out who I can fight that I would have the best chance because I am outgunned in pretty much all of these situations. And then I find, oh, do I go for the person on the top? Nope, I just sit there and somebody attacks me. So they have the advantage. They probably know what I have, what I'm doing, and that's perfectly okay. Because there isn't a ton that I can do or have much control over. It's mostly line up and fight with somebody. Stay inside the cities as long as possible. I'll show you guys examples of how to properly do the cities and how to improperly do the cities. I think my very last fight, when there's like a minute left or something, I did it improperly, trying to get a good matchup. But all of the others, it's very important to move inside of the city or the nexus before you engage in your fight. Otherwise, you aren't going to be contributing to holding the city. So make sure you always move in before you attack people. Stall out the fights as long as possible. I'm not practicing what I'm preaching in this because I already hit the start button. But if you are in control of the nexus, then drag on the fights as long as possible. If you are not in control of the nexus, then you'll want to start the fight as fast as possible. So this person definitely decided to wait the whole 60 seconds, which is good because I was a little bit impatient. And I think that's a victory. I am going to count that as a victory. So I'm 1-1 right now. We're not going to keep counting after this. And yeah, awesome victory. The person was so fearful that they just exited right on out. Yeah, trying to pick the team up. We're down by like 200 points right now. Put them on my back. I'll carry them. Yeah, that was all me. That last fight, amazing. So I'll go with my lineup. I think I make the horrible mistake of hitting the start button. I do. So mistake number 1, I hit the start button. I can't describe how nervous I was going into this, guys. I normally when I'm with my house and we're doing Clash, normally I could go out and place like all silvers and do perfectly fine. Here, I recognize just by looking at like our team and where I fall in that, like I'm at the very bottom as far as like core power, or pretty darn close to the very bottom. So the level of nerves I had in all of this, oh my gosh, I was so nervous. I didn't want to look back because I knew that I was going to bring you guys this all unedited, and it definitely got to me. But that's okay. So we're going to go up against a guy that is dwarf running mechs and miners and snipers, 5 packs of snipers, and yep, I totally fumbled over the fire off, so ignore that. For some reason, it wasn't going where I wanted it to, and so Jax just shot the ground right in front of him. Pro move, pro tip. You can learn that from the Jax Hero Spotlight on how to use his fire off ability properly. Don't do that. So if you guys are just tuning in, please go to the comment section below. Tell me how horrible I'm doing in these matches against people that have hundreds of thousands of core power on me, if not like 100k on me. Uh, they have blue jaxes. I got traditional jacks because yeah, it's okay though. It's a good time to learn. This dwarf player absolutely destroyed me, and that's okay. That's okay. I got us some karma points by being inside of the city, so that's good. Got myself karma. Got us some points. So now we go back to the respawn. Still pretty neck and neck. The We have six in the middle. Bottom's kind of gone for right now, and top we can salvage and get back. So I go back through, looking at my teammates, see if there's any cool fights. So this person, AHS on our team, um, somebody that I really look up to and input I really think matters for me. So I was thrilled to see one of his fights, and he is also going with the dwarf setup. And yeah, he's doing that absolutely awesome. Pretty much when it comes to replays and somebody to learn from, I think you can learn from a lot of people. For me, this is somebody that I definitely look up to in a lot of ways to hopefully learn from. So, anyways, that was his fight. He totally dominated that. Very strong, very smart player. So when we look back, we're losing middle, we're losing bot. We do have top. 6-3 in the middle, 5-3 on the bottom. We barely have top, so I'm trying to figure out where to go. We're also on Discord, so we're able to communicate through voice. So I go back to the middle, and we enter in. So we tie it up. I find a random person named Jameis, and I attack him. This is one of the few on the enemy team that doesn't have the identical name to everybody else and or icons. So, Jameis, nice fight. Don't know what happens, but I'm sure that I'm sure you did great. So it goes to my layout. I'm not using a turtle, which might be mistake number one. I have the 5 packs of scorpions in the front. Again, my whole thought behind all of this was that the scorpions could draw out the fight for at least, I don't know, 20 to 30 seconds for me, and through their initial shield that they have, along with their heal, the heal from Vega. So I was hoping that I could buy out some time. So I saw this, I got super excited because I wanted might and stamina. Winning might and stamina, lose the fight, but that's okay. So I start off again with the idea that I had with the jacks with the fire off to take out their jacks, and I kill their jacks once, and I kill their jacks twice. So I was super happy with this as soon as I realized that I took down their jacks. The problem with this right now is they're taking out a pack of scorpions that's right in front of my sprig. So that portion of everything is just not good at all. So I'm trying to keep the scorpions alive as long as possible. You can see the trees regenerating health. Like my warlocks just can't get enough damage to knock out those 2 trees down there. I need to knock out those 2 trees in order to open up anything. They're hanging on by just a sliver, so 1 tree dropped, but now Huntress are getting back onto my warlocks. In that second tree, I just can't get it. I can't get it down far enough. Their Mako is still up, and their Mako is still shredding, and pretty much their Mako broke through my metal, along with Denji didn't help. Denji did not help for sure. So their tree with that sliver of health is still alive. It really bothers me because if anything, I just want to take out the tree. Do I get the tree? Do I get the tree? His health keeps dropping lower and lower. Oh, the tree is still alive. I have no idea how those trees just don't die. So now I'm just spamming skills. My mind is like blown. I won might, I won stamina, I took out their jacks, and I'm realizing, wow, there is so much more to this that I just have no idea. Their heroes all around are just really good. That, and I'm also playing Lich for like the first time since Lich was super overpowered. That might have something to do with it, but I'm just going to chalk it up and say that I got outplayed in this. By the way, I'm super excited for next week because I am not doing Lich again. I'm going to, even if it's subpar, I'm going to go with something that I feel comfortable with. And I think that's important for anybody that's playing. We might have really good ideas or the meta might change, but you should still probably play with what you feel comfortable with. So I'm checking out this player with their stats, and we got Mike G. Mike G goes in. He's got his hunches, and yeah, big collision in the middle. Mike G got down the void to kind of pull back all of those the rockin' swords. Looks like Talk got off another one, which is actually pretty fortunate. But their blue jacks on the bottom is just for the IL dude, just pumping out so much damage. But it doesn't matter. You know why? Because Mike G is a boss. He is amazing, and he breaks through the top. Since he broke through the top, now it's just a matter of time till he drops everything else. He's just going to swing around and finish off IL. So we got about 15 seconds until we can run to the next city, so I pick up some lumber because that's probably the most important thing to do in Clash. Make sure that you get all of your resources. Take a quick peek at where to go. So we have middle and bottom right now. We only have bottom by 1, and we have middle by 2. So I run down to the bottom, and I hop in to actually now tie it all up. So we have 5 attacks going on, but we only have 4 people in there that's attacking. So somebody did not move in. Not the end of the world. I'm sure that they'll win their fight and get to move in. But I just thought that was interesting. So what I did there was I was trying to find out people's races. I'm struggling to find human. I'm struggling to find rockin'. The one dwarf player I found so far absolutely destroyed me, so I'm not looking to find him again. But it is just so much Sylph right now. I have a feeling for the next round of Clash of Fate we'll see a big difference in what is chosen. So right now they actually took middle and top, and we have bottom. So I find this person. Same name, same icon as like 70% of them or 60% of their team. I noticed that they're level 42. So I thought it would be a wonderful idea to go in, attack a level 42. How could I possibly lose? So this, ladies and gentlemen, might be my second victory, because I'm counting that DC one as a victory. Just give it to me, please. So maybe we'll get our second victory here. Who knows? Who knows? So I have the same setup as before. I tried to spread out my DPS. This isn't my playstyle, and this isn't my race. There's nothing wrong with it. I thought I had a really good idea with it all, but having a good idea and theory practicing is different than actual application of the strategy and or tactic. So I'm learning very quickly that although something sounds really good, it might not actually be really good. And I think that's the big takeaway out of this Clash of Fate for myself is just I thought something would be amazing, but it's not. For me at least, and I'm not the best Lich player, although I feel more comfortable with Lich than Rockin'. So we go up against this individual, we win in Might. That's it. So they are also playing Sylph, and they have the super unit. And I do have a level up on them. So I do my Jax fire off. Here we go again with my fire off idea. And it just looks like my front line is just getting actually they're holding up pretty well. So I do the regeneration since Vega can't heal and now Vega's dead, so her healing is not going to do anything at all because she's dead. And doing my best to try and get out some level of damage. The Scorpions are holding up pretty well, but my backline is getting shredded from the Sylph super unit. And right now I'm trying to find a spot to get down that the Origin Stone accessory or artifact, I'm sorry. And I do find a spot for it. Now my problem is I need to get to their Jax and or Mako as soon as possible, but it is a struggle and then some because my Jax is hung up with his targeting, and I don't even know if my Mako is alive. I don't see my Mako, so I can only imagine that my Mako is dead right now. So I'm getting troops closer to his Jax and Mako. So interesting thing, if I did not start off with that fire off, I could have fire off right now and just do a quick line and take out his Jax, his Mako, his Avalon. I could take them all out if I held on to that skill. So again, starting off with the fire off, if I can't immediately take out their Jax and or Mako, probably not the best thing in the world. I had fun doing this though. If you go back, you watch my Clash of Fate videos. I think that there's maybe one or two losses in there in the course of I don't know 4 or 5 Clash of Fate videos. So it was pretty refreshing going here and getting my butt kicked, even when I have a level up on somebody. So it was refreshing. It definitely made me realize how weak I am, but also that I should stick with the races that I feel comfortable with. I was trying to hold back Fenris as Wolves, didn't work. And I have a bunch of Scorpions still alive on the bottom, but they're hung up on Virion. The Scorpions just don't do any damage. That Virion can just tank all of that stuff for days. My head's probably on it right now, but right on my head, they have a Virion surrounded by a full pack of Scorpions. There was also the human Templars on Virion as well, and there was just nothing I can do about it. I got Bane frontlining against their whole army. Bane is doing awesome. Bane dies. Bane comes back. Bane's still tanky up. And Bane goes down again. And now it is just a slow death. We're drawing it out, so there's 14 seconds left. I was thinking maybe we can draw this out till the end, and I could not. This individual was much stronger than anticipated. So they destroyed me. Alright, so we now go back to one of the places we spend a decent amount of time, the respawn area. It's a beautiful layout. I checked karma, I'm at 28. Remember, if you go back to my other videos, I'm usually like 1, 2, 3, or 4. Very rarely am I not there. So this was definitely a different experience for me. So I'm going through trying to look at replays because I did want to do this in one go for you guys and show you the full content. So this is Steve-O. Steve-O goes in and it's pretty much as if Steve-O's troops and heroes just continue walking forwards without stopping. It's almost like they're in a foot race because everything before them just dies. I think that's like a 17-second win, or maybe by the end of Belrog respawning, it's a 20-second win or something crazy. So this is Jameis versus one. I'm just going to call him one. And Jameis, if you guys remember, we did fight Jameis. So this is another Lich player. However, they're going with skeletons as opposed to scorpions and everything else. So I kind of just wanted for myself to see. So we got 3 seconds until we can go back out. Top, we're winning. Bottom, we're down by 1. In middle, we're losing. So I decided to go to bottom, mostly due to what was being said on Discord, along with it just makes sense. So I move in, we get tied up, and now I'm trying to find a worthy opponent. So I attack this guy. Now this guy is level 42 Sylph. Maybe, just maybe, this might be my day. So far we got one win. One win, and that's because the other person DC'd out. Still counting that as win, by the way, guys. I need anything I can get. Oh man, next clash. I'm just gonna go with something that I feel really comfortable with. Because the whole time I was nervous with performance anxiety. I'm sure a lot of men can relate to that. I don't know what that's like, but I got a taste of it from this Clash of Fate. Um, that and I just didn't feel comfortable. Aha, here we go. Here's somebody that I have a bunch of levels on their heroes. So maybe, just maybe, I won't lose horribly to this individual. Although they still have a Blue Jacks. They still have to be pretty strong. So we go out and yeah, he's got the Cleo hole on all of my ranged units. I do get the Vega heal off. And this time I started with the Spray and Pray as opposed to the Firestorm from Jax. And I don't think that's what's making the difference in this. I think that having 4 or 5 hero levels along with the castle level on this individual may have made the difference. Probably my skill ordering didn't matter too much at all, but by making yeah, my skill order had nothing to do with this. I was just stronger than the opposing person, and this kind of gave me some life. After this, what I did was I hopped on, I picked up my phone, which I was playing the game on. I called Steve-O, I called AHS, I called Chan, who's the bestest in Shep, and I was like, hey guys, you guys can log out. I got this. I got this. Don't worry. You guys have been doing so good carrying us to this point. I won my first actual fight. I got this. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry. So this gave me a little bit of life, and I thought to myself, hey, if I can be somebody when I have 1 castle level up on them, and also I have 5 hero levels on all of theirs, then I can do anything. So now I'm looking top and middle. We just need one more person in each of them in order to either deny them points or have a chance of getting it ourselves. And I'm looking here, and we're up by 3 people. We're up by 3 people, so I'm trying to figure out how I can get out of here to go either get us points in the middle or help neutralize top. But I can't leave yet. So we take over middle. It's 3 to 4. So now they tied up middle. It was a very close match. as far as points and everything. So this person moved in, their dwarf. Uh, Luckily, one of my teammates attacked them. I feel so weak in this. It's amazing. So teammate hops in, they take him. I could have taken them easily, but yeah, it's important to spread out the karma amongst all of your teammates. So I was like, you know what, you can have them, you can have them. And now here on the bottom, we're up by two people. We have some decent matches going on. Still nobody really for me to fight that it wouldn't just be like blown out of the water. We're tied in the top. Middle, we're down by one. Bottom, we're up by two people. I'm just trying to figure out what to do, listening to the conversation on Discord. Um, but yeah, I didn't participate too much in Discord today. I think it was pretty much like the first time doing it, and yeah, I don't want to overstep my bounds and or anything like that. And they have their game plan, and I'm just lucky to be a part of the team, so I'm not doing anything crazy. So I go in and I attack this person. They have the same name as all of the other people. They have the same icon as all of the other people. Their power is slightly higher. And I do believe that they are self. And now, as soon as I got up here, it hasn't been, what, 15 seconds in the southern nexus became neutralized. The one that I just left, that we had that advantage. So I don't know if I did the right thing, but at the time I tried to do the right thing. So here I realized I was down on scorpions. I don't have any other melee, so I just roll with this, and I hope that I get something. Although it's not looking good, the only thing I won was might. Alright, so this person we have fought before because I tried to do the fire off onto their jack. So let's see if I do anything different this time. This time I start off with spray and pray. Wow, I'm learning. And it actually looks like my warlocks this time are melting their front. I killed off their bane, and I killed off a pack of huntresses with my warlocks. So now my scorpions can move forwards. Hopefully I can do the Vega heal. And hopefully that's what I do. Okay, I get the Vega heal. So for right now, it looks decent. Although this happens every time. Everything looks good, and then I just die. I just lose horribly, but everything looks good at first. So my Jax is going well. I summon out the archers. The scorpions are still holding up decent. Top is something that is very hard for me to continue holding for right now. I'm trying to measure out fire off so that I can take out their Jax and everything. So I do the fire off. Looks like I took out their dragon. I'm hitting something. Now I finally get onto their Jax. And I almost got their Jax. Their Jax is alive by a sliver of health. Again, I think that was a mistake because if I kept my Jax firing on that top portion, I might have been able to do better. So even with this person before did beat me, so I felt like I fared a little bit better this time, where I was starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the layout. Yeah, charge Bane in. Don't care if it looks like I'm losing. Bane is still going in. Bane is a man, and he does not back down. Just like me. If they challenge me, I'm not going to retreat. I'm going to keep fighting because I can't retreat. So they crushed me on the bottom. I did fare better this time. I don't think anything would have been different if my fire off did kill Jax. He still would have crushed me on the top. Like my Jax, I would have lost my Jax as well. Uh, but I did feel better with that. All right, so now I'm just kind of going through looking at everything. Oh my gosh, here is MM Chan. MM Chan, who is my favorite person in this game. She is going out. She is Sylph right now. She's going up against Rockin. We see everything going on. We got Fire Mage doing her thing. Denji eating dumplings. Jax just blowing things up. Chan cannot be stopped. Look at the damage that Chan is putting out. If I was an LCS announcer, I would be going crazy right now, and I am, because this right here, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen a good PvP all day, this right here is a good PvP. Chan just absolutely destroys. I don't know what this person was thinking. They had no chance against MM Chan. MM Chan is just too strong, too powerful, and too amazing of a person. They had nothing on them. So that was a wonderful fight to catch in the middle of Clash of Fate. I saw that and I was like, you know what? If that's what our leader can do, I have no excuse. I need to get up and keep fighting, no matter what. Felt like I was down and out, losing fight after fight, except for the two that I won. One being the disconnection from the other person. So 1.5. Okay, I won one. So I saw that fight from MM Chan. It got me fired up, and I was like, "We got this, guys. We got this. Let's move forward. Let's push. We're down by a little, but we have a lot to go." And yeah, that's the power of one replay. When you see your leader go full ham, just not care, just not even hold back, and just absolutely crush the enemy like no tomorrow. What else can you do besides get out there and be like, you know what? If they're out there risking their life and risking their armies, so can I. So I go, I do a little change up. I get rid of one pack of the warlocks, and I add in Rose. So I did add in Rose, thinking that it would help to slow things down, which I think it does. And I moved Jax down to the bottom. So I wanted to go back to feeling a little bit more comfortable with the setup, although it might not be perfect with having more of a power side. And in this, I end up winning the Might and Stamina. And I'm definitely glad because I do feel more comfortable. This isn't necessarily the most powerful opponent in the world, but I wanted to test it out and see how it felt with doing something a little bit different. So their Jax is on the top. They have so much meat down here on the bottom. They have multiple trees, multiple packs of Huntresses, and Denji, Gafgar, Fenris. Like they just have so much down here. So I still have my dragon going in the top, which I was happy about. I do the roses thing for the spider, just to kind of slow down the enemies a little bit. And yeah, my Jax is starting to pick up off stuff on the bottom. However, don't forget, previously it looks like I was going to win and then I just lose. So spoiler alert, I lose this fight horribly. I'm just kidding. I win this fight. The only reason why I won this fight, ladies and gentlemen, it had nothing to do with having 5 levels on them and 1 castle level. It had nothing to do with that. The only reason why I won this fight was before this fight, I watched MM Chan go up against an opponent and absolutely destroy them. And I said to myself, I gotta emulate the leader. I will never be as good as MM Chan, but I need to try. And the inspiration that individual put out for the team, unbelievable. So that's how come I won this fight. I just took that motivation that MM Chan provided to us, and I went forward with it. And because of that, I got a W. So overall, we're down by 1,400 points. It's not over yet. Right now, we're in the double points, 2 points per second. So we just need to get full control, and yeah, once we get full control, there's nothing that they can do to stop us. We'll rack up the points, and we will win. Sorry, I was just making sure we're not getting attacked in game. Alright, and I am safe and sound. Alright, so here we are. We are winning 7-8. Now we're tied 8-8, and they actually have one more person now because one of ours got knocked out, so it is 7-8. The two people in the middle, the 243s, they're both rocking, so I'm trying to wait to get one of them. Like, I don't really want to fight the level 44 guy. He's got to be pretty insane if he had enough rush to get to castle level 44 and maintain everything else on top of it. Alright, so we go in, do our last setup, double checking everything. In my head, I'm going, yep, this looks good. I'm gonna try this. I really do like Rose's new ability, how she can root the heroes and everything, but yeah, for me, Lich just Lich isn't it for me. Alright, so I look at them. They have level 59 heroes and they won in all stats, so I felt really bad when they lost because, you know, they have higher level heroes, higher level castle. They have level 15 mechs out there. So, yeah, I did feel bad for them because they must have spent a lot of money, and then to lose to little old me. This tough. So I do the Cleo's hole, try and slow down some of the snipers on the bottom because I have my jacks and everything else. I did start off with the jacks fire off, trying to take out their jacks and everything. Didn't work super well, or at all. And now I just do the spray and pray. Try and do a little bit of damage before this person ultimately wipes me. They have level 15 max. They beat me in every stat. It's a matter of time right now. But I don't think I did horrible, all considering. I think that the Scorpions did hold up as expected. They definitely got me a solid 30 seconds into the fight. I just couldn't take out their key heroes that I wanted to. I did go with 9 out of 9 fire off, but by the way, just trying to take out their main key heroes because I figured I probably wouldn't win any fights. So if I could take out some of their main DPS heroes, then I might be able to help out the rest of our team. Unfortunately for this fight in particular, I was not able to do that super well, or at all. I don't know if I killed any of their heroes, but I did kill some mechs and some miners. So we're back in the respawn area. Beautiful portion of the map. The level of detail there, I got to admire it quite a bit throughout the match. So this is Siraz. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name right. Going up against L and I. Oh my god. Okay, so this was my favorite match that I watched. Our player, the Sylph player on the left, is a genius, ladies and gentlemen. So well played. So his bottom side, he's getting destroyed. He's losing his bottom side right now. And it looks like the enemy is just going to swing up and get him. He's got like 2 packs of melee down there with Jackson Spring. No, he does an ice wall. Kyrus does an ice wall, which buys his archers and Rose time, along with his jacks in the back. He does another ice wall to prevent all of those rock and melee from running around. if he did not have Avril with Ice Wall, he probably I don't know if he would have lost this, but he would have it would have been a lot closer. Those Ice Walls were absolutely clutch. Go back and rewatch that specific fight because they played that so well. It's not even funny. Amazing job, Kira's. And if I'm mispronouncing your name, please let me know because I'm not good at that. That was that was probably my favorite fight to be able to witness, simply because it really was well played. I just thought it was so smart. Like Ice Wall always has its uses, but the enemy had 2 packs of melee Rockins, and Kira's had 1 pack of Self Archers with some heroes. Granted, they both had heroes, and yeah, those ice walls prevented the melee from getting into the range and just destroying them and lowering Kira's overall DPS. So I'm going up against the LI person with the same icon yet again. And okay, looks like I won in might, so that's not good. This is a dwarf player. So they have jacks and everything on the side of the battlefield that is supposed to be my stall side, meaning it's just going to get obliterated up there. So the only thing I have to hope for here is that my bottom side just wins super hard, super fast, going up against multiple packs of snipers that are just picking off everything. I do get the big Vega heal down, and then I go into the regeneration for the Scorpions. He does the roots on pretty much all of my DPS, so that's kind of mean. And my Scorpions make it back to his dragon, which is actually pretty awesome. However, my top is pretty much done at this point, and I can't do anything with my jacks. So now I think to myself, that's it. I'm just going to kill off some of his heroes because clearly this guy is just going to be me. So first things first, I take off his dragon, and then I'm watching to see if I can finish off his other heroes. And I get Elena. I got damage going on Jax, but not enough to take out Jax. So at least for the next person that has to fight this guy, he has no Yip, he has no Elena, which hopefully will help them. And I lose. Don't worry, I include the Clash of Fate from my regular house as well because I did that one immediately afterwards on my alt account. So we get a lot of wins there, which kind of makes up for everything. I just want to check out their stats. I don't think they had anything like super crazy. Their Jax was pretty good, but nothing that they had was like super like stood out to me like absolutely crazy. So then I go and I want to see Steve-O fight. Give me some inspiration in between the matches as I'm listening on Discord on what to do next. And this is Sylph versus Sylph. Everything kind of gets stalled out for a little bit, and I end up exiting out because I get nervous that the timer is up. But it looked like Steve-O was going to crush on the top side and then just swing right back down and get it. So right now it is plus 2 points per second. Middle, we are short 1 person from stopping their progression. We're tied on bottom, and okay, so top we're short 1 person now, and we do have middle. There's about 7 minutes left in the match. We have plenty of time to come back and win. So I move in and I try and find somebody to fight, but before I could, I get attacked. So Let's do it. Somebody wants to fight, let's fight them. I'm sure like I'm in the top 40 to top 50 as far as karma. So we made it. I have arrived. So I go with the setup that I have been using. I did keep rows in it. Honestly, I need way more warlocks if this is going to work. But I was trying to use. Looking at this now, I think I was trying to use too many heroes and not enough troops. It's really hard. I need to practice some PvP. That's for sure. So we go in. We win might and command. This individual won in stamina and magic. So let's see how that plays out. So his bottom side and my bottom side are facing off against each other. We both do the fire offs, and it looks like I am slowly getting some damage on his jacks, but not really. So I do a heal to hopefully keep everything going. And his jacks switch to the spray and pray. So I do a spray and pray in response. And it looks like, so not my bottommost scorpions, but the one slightly above it, you can see that their health is almost gone. That's not good because that's what's separating their jacks from hitting my jacks. And I already tried to kill their jacks once, and I was not able to do it. So my scorpion packs are going down. Their huntress packs are going down as well. They also have a bunch of heroes down here. So for right now, I'm trying to hold on for dear life. I do think that their jacks dropped, but now I'm getting nervous with Mako. So my jacks is still alive and my jacks is still going. However, I'm just getting shredded. Now it's pretty much jacks is too open and jacks goes down. Um, and this fight is pretty much over. My bottom side is gone, and the top it's just a matter of time now. They're going to do some cleanup for it. But it's okay. I was able to drag this fight out a bit to hopefully get our team another person inside of the city for as long as possible, or the Nexus. So even if you lose, as long as you're inside the Nexus, you count towards the points for the Nexus, which does matter. So I lost some. They must have gotten lucky or something, or they just absolutely destroy me. So there's about 3 minutes left in this Clash of Fate. Remember, right after this Clash of Fate, I go immediately into another Clash of Fate. Um, that one's hilarious, actually. So I exited out, and I think I was exiting out because on Discord they're discussing getting other people in. So I came back in, and now there's 19 people inside instead of 20. So I decided I was just going to stay inside and try and go get one more fight. So I think right now I had probably like 10 losses, one victory, and one person that DC'd. If you guys want to be generous, then the DC will count as half of a victory. So that's like 1.5 victories to 10 losses. So I'm batting like 15% victory chance right now. It's horrible. I get a game plan for next time. I'm going to go with stuff that I feel comfortable with, even if it's not ideal. That way I don't feel so uncomfortable. And I should also feel more comfortable with the group of people and less pressure on my shoulders, hopefully. Not to necessarily perform, but just knowing that whatever I do, it like people are going to see. Um, sometimes that adds a different level of pressure. Not that I care, but I do a little bit because we all got egos. I got one, that's for sure. So here we go. We got a few seconds left. Three, two, one, and time to go. So I believe this right here, this is what you should never do in Clash of Fate, what I'm going to show you. So instead of moving in, I'm going to attack somebody from the outside. This is what you should never ever do. This person has 6.1 million power. It's a crazy amount of power. You should never attack from the outside. The reason for that is you're not going to count towards the occupation of the Nexus. So the whole time up until this, I did it properly. This one, I mean, it's over. We're going to lose the round, and I wanted to kind of pick somebody to fight. Somebody that was a humanoid. That way my dragon would work appropriately. So I did attack from the outside. But by the time that I did it, I don't think it would have a significant meaning behind it. Like, I don't think it's going to cost us the match by the time I did it. But that's what you guys should not do. I mean, if it's the last couple minutes and the match is over anyways, sure. Alright, so I got matched up against this person. I felt super confident. Then I saw the stats and the blue jacks and everything else, and yeah, I got nervous real quick. Luckily, one of their swordsman packs is not full, so who knows? Maybe that will be enough. We lost all stats except for might, so we did put down the Cleo hole to hopefully slow them down a little bit. Then we do the Jack's fire off. We're trying to get that right on top of their Jacks, and it looks like we took down their Jacks once. We took down their Jacks twice. Oh, will we get Grimace too? Because that matters. So Grimace can't do reload for Nora. But we got Grims. Alright, and then we do spray and pray with Jacks. And we start killing off the stuff on the bottom. Could this be my second legit victory up against a Rockin that didn't have a full front line? I think it might be. However, as we saw from earlier, I was this close to winning some matches, and then I just totally lost. So the fight is not over yet, that is for sure. My Jax is just saying pretty, doing spray and pray. Alright, his Mach goes down. We gotta get Fenris as fast as possible. And okay, Fenris is down. I'm definitely feeling more confident at this point. At this point in time, I'm saying to myself, I might win this. This might be my second legit victory, plus one DC one. Don't forget about that. I'm counting it. So this could be our second legit full armies, except for this guy, victory. And we get it. And we get it. Alright, cool. So what's that? My batting average went from 15% chance up to 25% chance or something like that. That's much better. So Clash of Fate ended, so now what I'm doing is I'm quickly shifting over. Nothing's changed in this recording. And I just go double check my... Look at these... Look at... Oh my god, do you guys see the Avalon gear? Do you guys see my gear? So good. So I jump in for Clash number 2. Looks like we're down here as well. It looks just like the first one, but yeah, I'm riding on my little reindeer, and I should jump in. Yep, I jump in. What's interesting with this is this character is 800k core power, and I believe overall power is just over 1 million. So I can't even attack anybody. I literally can't even attack anybody. But I'll show you what I do with this account. So I get attacked. This guy has 4 times my power. And I told you guys I was gonna do this full unedited, and yeah. If you want to see me win, go back and watch my previous Clash of Fates. This is not a This is not a beautiful looking Clash of Fates right here. So, you guys see my stats on the left hand side: 832 might, 1000 stamina. I'm going with mech, tank, and blasters in the back. Why? I have no idea. So I lost in all stats, and they have level 58 heroes. This is my one level 50. Alright, so we should have this because Mech's got a huge buff, right guys, by Gafgar, so this should be a no-brainer. Easy victory. Nothing can possibly go wrong. And yeah, so we did do the black hole. And before the black hole is even done, my whole bottom side is dead. And it's just a matter of time till they crush me in the middle. You know, it was close. It was close. This person, they just got lucky. Their extra 1k core power on me, it might have played a difference. So I logged in just to help fill up a seat for the people I was playing with. See, rank 38 in Karma. I'm not doing the worst. There should be 37 people in here, so I am doing slightly better than one person. Which is shocking, considering this has been going on for over a half hour. So Men in Black, you might remember him from when I rage quit Coliseum. Dude's Men in Black. He's there, he's doing all of his stuff, and I gotta do my motivational speech of let vote it. I can't spell, so luckily I've played with these people long enough that they know what I probably mean when I type something. They can interpret OGC. And for right now, I'm just kind of going through chats a little bit, looking at stuff. There is a OGC community chat in gaming if people are interested in it. You're more than welcome to join, ask questions, help answer questions, because a lot of people do ask questions there. Some of it could be personalized to, hey, which dragon is better? What should I level up first? There's a lot of different things that get presented in that community chat, so feel free to come. If you have some knowledge, share it. So Monica Kim is in here. So I move in because Monica Kim's all by herself, and I don't like that. Monica Kim, as amazing as she is, sometimes we all need a little bit of help. Honestly, she's just going to protect me because I am too weak with tank mech blaster to do anything useful myself. Alright, so we go in. Again, on the left-hand side, you can see my stats. That's really ideally what you should be shooting for, is about 800 might, 1000 stamina. I do have 1100 command, which leads me to believe that I probably have my command gear on for this. I don't know, because I'm still not even winning command, but I might have had my command gear on. And we go in, so I get the mechs in the front line, tanks behind the mechs, and what appears to be happening is his huntresses just kind of run right through my mechs, and as they run through the mechs just kind of die. I don't necessarily understand that completely, but that's what it appears to be happening. On the top though, the mechs are tanking pretty well. My Jax is doing the spray and pray. My Jax will probably carry this single-handedly because he's an overpowered hero, but he's dead, so he cannot, because he is no longer on this plane of existence. So this person got lucky, and they did beat me. So anyways, this continues on. I went there to help out my house. So yeah. I think we'll call it an end here, but yeah, I'll keep bringing you guys more of the Clash of Fate Championship. I'm not too worried about us losing the first one. From my understanding, the house that we fought from server 4 was the strongest of the enemies that we'll be facing, although I think I've played against the people on 1164 before. If it's like Amal and Eric and all of them, they are pretty strong. But the people that I'm playing with right now are uh, really strong as well. So if it is that the same people that we kind of dominated on 1164 with our whales, with like Pantheon and Big K and Tyrion, I'm really not too worried because we have some extremely powerful people. But who knows? Who knows what will happen? I think next time I'll either be Sliff and or Dwarf. Probably not an and. Sliff or Dwarf. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I need to find something that's a little bit more comfortable for me to play. So I think the big takeaways before I end this video is number one, play what you're comfortable with. If you're doing something just for a meta or just for theory crafting without practice, um, your results might not end up the way that you think that they're going to go. I know it did not for me. So for me, these are takeaways for me. Play what I'm comfortable with, play what I know. And I think that will go a long way. If I can have some confidence in the fights, that will help me overall. Number two, to not care and not feel a pressure of having to perform a certain way. I'm so for so long on a farm server where like we could really manipulate Clash of Fate to fight way weaker people. Um, yeah, it's nice to lose because before very rarely did I lose, and it was mostly brute force. It wasn't necessarily due to like creative strategies. So now I need to come up with creative strategies, and I'll be the David versus the Goliath, which will be a nice little twist on everything. Um, the nice thing is it's one match for us and what we're trying to do with the Clash of Fate Championship. It's not the end of the world. It's still group stages. It's round robin. We can still move forwards. So yeah. Anyways, with all of that being said, it was a pleasure to play, and I'm very lucky to be a part of the team that I'm on. So with that, guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. In the background, you can see me getting absolutely destroyed as Tank Mech Comp with my 800 K core alt. And next week, I will bring Clash of Fate Championship match again for you guys. All right, guys, so take care and have a wonderful day.